and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX. I'm Bill, AJ8B. The DX word for this week is tail ending. Tail ending refers to a specific operating technique used to initiate contact with another station immediately after a QSO ends. More specifically, it means waiting for two stations to finish their QSO and then quickly calling one of them as soon as they sign off. It's a way to jump in without interrupting the ongoing exchange. This technique is especially common in pileups or contesting when you're trying to contact a rare or desirable station. For example, if WB8LCD and N8SY were wrapping up a QSO, you might hear 7-3 from WB8LCD. At that moment, I might say AJ8B, just as WB8LCD stops transmitting. This approach is considered efficient as long as the station you're trying to QSO with doesn't mind. Some do. I typically only use this technique during a contest or pileup, and if you're going to use it, you should practice it. Each week I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. Here's what you should find QRV when you tune the bands. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. During the Scouts Jamboree on the Air JOTA event this year, October 18th and 19th, special call sign E2 JOTA will be active from Thailand. JOTA is an annual event in scouting that facilitates global communication among scouts through amateur radio. It is held in conjunction with Jamboree on the Internet, JOTI, on the third full weekend of October each year. Ken, LA7GAA, reports that the 3Y0K Bouvet container has departed from Oslo and is now en route to Bouvet Island, making the beginning of its long journey after being packed ahead of schedule last month. It seems like a long time ago we started talking about this, and now it's right on top of us. So good luck to those guys. Chris, VK2YUS, will once again operate as YJ0CA from Port Vila, Vanuatu between October 14th and the 24th, 2025. He'll be active on single sideband only using the same equipment as before, a simple wire antenna and vertical covering 40 meters to 10 meters, along with IC7300 and a compact amplifier. Most of his operating will take place between 2100 Zulu and 1000 Zulu. Please note that Chris exclusively uses paper logbooks and provides confirmations via high-quality physical QSL cards. He does not use electronic logging or QSL systems. Requested QSL cards for confirmed contacts will be mailed by airmail from Australia in November. For full QSL details, please visit his website on qrz.com. After, quote, complicated discussions with customs, end quote, Harold, DF2WO, was able to obtain his confiscated equipment for his XT2AW Burkina Faso DXpedition. He was QRV Monday just before 1900 Zulu with reports of FT8 activity on 60, 12, 10, and 6 meters. He was also heard as CW on 15 meters and sideband on 10 meters. He has also been on the QO100 satellite. Harold plans to be there for the next 3 weeks, operating 160 through 6 meters. As a reminder, VE7BV Dwight is QRV from Guatemala, where he is operating holiday style as Tango Golf 9, Bravo Bravo Victor until October 25th. Activity is on CW sideband and FT8 on 40 meters through 50 megahertz. QSL director via the Bureau to VE7BV. Harry, JG7PSJ, is QRV as W80RU from Saipan in the Northern Mariana Islands until October 12th. Halvar, LA7XK, will be joined by LA9DL and LA6VM for an annual trip to JW, Svalbard, that they have done together since 2001, and they hope to continue in future years. They will be QRV until October 14th, including the phone weekend of the Scandinavian Activity Contest, and they will have the call sign JW5X in the contest. Their personal calls are JW9DL, JW6VM, and JW7XK. Mario, PY2DV and Bruce, PY2BS, are on their way to PY0F, Fernando de Noronha, and should be QRV by now as PY0FB and PY0FBS, respectively, operating holiday style. Mario will be QRV as PY0FB on the HF bands, 80 through 10 meters, and possibly 6 meters, with an emphasis on sideband and some FT8, FT4. Bruce will be QRV as PY0FBS on 23 centimeters EME. They will be there until October 15th. At the end of the operation, they will upload all QSOs 100% free to LOTW. The V6 Delta de-expedition to Micronesia has come to an end. On Monday afternoon local time, they dismantled the beam and the large vertical antennas. The other antennas remained in place for a few hours more. Quote, with a total of over 90,000 QSOs from more than 160 DXCC areas and over 20,000 unique stations, we were very satisfied with the result. On Tuesday, we will return via Guam and Tokyo. After our arrival in Germany, the log will be checked for accuracy and a final version will be made available on Club Log for OQRS. Our sponsors will then receive their LOTW confirmation shortly. The QSL cards should be printed in about 4 weeks, and then our QSL manager will begin shipping them according to priority. Generous sponsors will receive a small photo book, which should be available in early December. Thank you from our team of 9 to everyone who supported us and worked with us. The Rebel DX group is QRV from NUI as E6 Alpha Delta. For the first weeks, the emphasis will be on FT4, MSHV, and SuperFox. The entire operation will emphasize digital NCW with, quote, a little single sideband as well. I have an update from the North Cook Islands, E51 Mike Whiskey Alpha. Quote, we will be in Ratonga by October 7th. We will then begin building our antenna field by late afternoon. It will take a few days to unpack our equipment and get on the air. We are fortunate that this time all the equipment shipped and carried on is delivered with us. We are carrying a 6-meter antenna and KX3 as a dedicated 6-meter receiver with a loud alarm alerting us to any activity. So get on 6 meters and call CQ using FT8. When openings occur, we will shift 1 or 3 of our operating stations to 6 meters. We are very excited to get started. Team E51 MWA. Good luck to those guys. The DX Mentor features a new YouTube episode this weekend, the Salty Walt K6OGO discussion about his new book, Portable Antenna Sketchbook. And Walt is an absolute hoot. We had a blast doing it, and I hope you kind of tune in and check it out. Let me know what you think. If you're interested in DX podcasts and YouTube channels about DX, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of our DX activities. Until next week, this is Bill, AJB, saying 7-3, and thanks to my ex-pal Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.